Hello and welcome, friends. My name is Sonu Singh, and once again, you have started watching me through this YouTube video. I always talk about the tips and ideas that can help you to speak better English. If you see the today's generation, you'll find that maximum people understand English, and people in majority they are now able to speak English. But the question is that does everyone speak fluent English? So fluency is very important because fluency will give you a smoothness. Suppose you get a task, and the task is that you have to talk to somebody, you have to convey your message as a salesman, as a teacher, or as a businessman. You have to talk to the clients. Sometimes you notice that people who are a good communicator or who have the fluency, they can easily win the trust of other people. But someone who doesn't have the fluency or someone who doesn't have the good communication skill, they may be the genuine people or they may be having more knowledge, but if the communication skill is weak, they will not establish the connection. So fluency is important. But the question is, how can you improve your fluency? How can you get better fluency? If you are going to school and if you're going to classes, the conversation in the class is limited with the students who are sitting with you. And sometimes it happens that students take admission in the spoken English class, and when they go out and they are exposed to the strangers, they find it really difficult to talk to them in English because they feel that words and sentences are not coming in their mind. Why does it happen? It happens because they have practiced English speaking in a fixed environment. And now you're communicating with a stranger and you expect that that person may be better than you. If anything wrong happens, you will be a laughing stock. People will make fun of you. So this is the feeling that we get. So if you really want to improve your English speaking and if you really want to be a fluent speaker, there are some methods, there are some processes that you have to follow. If you see a person who is participating in Olympic Games, they're called athletes. So if you see the athletes, they do hard work, they practice, but it is not like they are practicing for a lifetime. It is not like they are practicing and after 5 years, after 6 years, they will just participate. They practice with intention that this year they have to participate in Olympic and this year they have to win a medal. So whenever you choose any task, you need to develop this Olympic mindset. Like you need to feel that yes, your task, your practice is time bound, and within that time you have to finish that thing. You have to perfect yourself so that after that you can get the result and you can use it. Same problem happens with English language, that when somebody takes admission in the spoken English class, they think that yes, English is very important, but after taking admission they start ignoring it, they start avoiding it. First you start leaving the classes, then you think that yes, English is very easy, and when time comes you can improve it, and that time never comes. Whenever you have a situation to sit in the interview or group discussion, that time you have the pressure that you didn't do it earlier. But you have to follow the processes. And what are these processes? Well, if you want to really speak fluent English, you need to follow the 4 processes that is really important to speak fluent English. The first process is you need to be goal oriented. It's not like you take admission and then your task is done. If you have taken admission, you need to understand your goal, that why do you exist on that place? Why did you take that decision? And if you are coming to the class with the mentality that yes, you have a goal, and if you make all the effort for the goal, it will be easy for you to stay motivated throughout the journey. If you see anyone, they all desire to become a good speaker, they all desire to become a rich person, they all desire to become successful. But the point is that do all get success? Of course not. Few get success and few doesn't. Why does it happen? Someone who is goal oriented, definitely they will get success. Later or sooner, they will reach to that finish line because they are doing everything considering that goal in their mind. It means that all the effort, all the task is goal oriented, and every time they are inching towards their goal, they are inching towards that finish line. So if you also want to learn English You need to be a goal oriented, because a goal oriented mind will not waste time. Whenever you find the opportunity, you will think of using it. Like when I have free time, I listen podcast, because I feel that whenever I listen to the podcast, I get fresh insight, I get knowledge, and I listen to the native speaker. So it helps me in speaking good English. We have to do the same thing, that you need to be a goal oriented person, because in today's time we are surrounded by the technology. Just think about anything and then you have the resources. In the same manner, think about improving your English speaking, and then you will have English speaking applications, English speaking platforms. You will have a platform where you can get so much knowledge about how to translate things, how to speak better English, and you'll get the resources like newspaper and so many things. So the point is that if you are goal oriented, you can use the available resources and you can improve, you can attain the growth. Next thing is that we need to be time bound. It's not like I am doing good work, but I'm not limited to any time. Like there is no limitations. I will do it for 1 time, 2 times, 1 month, 2 month, 1 year, 2 year. It's not like that. If you see the ants, you'll find that they're always busy. So you don't need to be busy. You need to be smart so that you can bring your best. Like you need to be productive. Suppose I am learning English, or I am studying, but if I'm not goal oriented, what will happen? Same exam I will pass in 5 years, 6 years. Definitely, if you are studying, you can pass in 6 years. But it is not like you have to pass in 6 years. If you pass in 1 year, you can create the better opportunities for yourself. If you are not time bound, all the effort will be outdated. After all the effort, you will get success, but so many people will be way better than you. And they will move ahead in life, and you will stay behind. You will lag behind. And that's the reason that you need to make yourself time bound. Suppose I have to speak English, but there's no limit of time. What will happen? I will make effort, but I will not grow, or my growth will be very slow. But if I know that after 1 year, I have to sit in exam, or after 1 year, I have to go to some foreign country. So what will happen? That 1 year is a time bound for me. It's a timeline. And if I respect the deadline, it is 100% sure that within that time frame, you will be able to speak English. So you have to make yourself so aware that you care about time as well. And that's the very important aspect in English speaking, because students take admission. They think that yes, they want to do it, but there is no urgent requirement. Like it's not like if you don't speak English, then you'll not get the job. It's not like you don't speak English, so you'll not get anything. Yeah, English is about getting better opportunity, but even if you do not have English, you'll get the opportunity. Maybe it will not be better. Maybe that it will not give you the satisfaction. And that's the reason that it is not of urgent nature. And that's the reason that people are not time bound. They just keep on going. And that's the reason that they get success, but very late. So mind it that you will fix the time for yourself, 3 months, 4 months, or even 5 months. But within that time frame, you have to complete your learning and you have to achieve a goal. Next thing, that you have to face the challenges. Because suppose if I have to speak English and I know all the translation, if I know all the vocabs, is it possible that I can speak fluent English? Of course not, because one time I had this experience that I was sitting there and somebody invited me to speak from the stage. I got the mic and then I realized one thing, that I felt very nervous. And I needed to speak in my native language, that was Hindi. But still I had this fear. Why? Because that was the new situation for me. And I felt like my mind was not working. It was shut down. And then I realized one thing, that I have to do it. Because if I don't do this thing, I will always be weak. I'll always have the same experience. So from that moment on, I took one decision that I will always take the challenge of speaking publicly. And from that moment, whenever I get the chance, I just speak publicly. And deep down in my heart, I know that there will be some problems, some mistakes, some wrong sentences, and something that will not be very useful and very meaningful for others. But I have to do it. If I do it for some time, like 1, 2, 3 months or 4 months or 5, 6 times, I will be nervous. But there will come a time when I will be really confident and I'll speaking good. And now that's the result that I'm talking to you. I'm recording the videos. You have to take challenge, because challenges will determine that you are making progress or not. If you avoid challenges, and even if you have all the resources, you will not progress, because your challenge will ensure that you are making progress or not. So make a habit of taking the challenges. Suppose if I have to build the body, if I have to stay fit, I have to take the challenge of lifting weights. I have to take the challenge of pushing myself beyond my strength, beyond my ability. Suppose if I have the strength of running 1 kilometer, and if I every day stop after 1 kilometer, I'll not improve. If I take decision that every day I push my maximum limits, I'll increase 5 steps every day. What will happen? In 1 month, I will be able to increase 150 steps. And in 2 months, in 3 months, you can count yourself. So you have to push your limits. You have to push your existing strength. That's what happened with English. And when somebody speaks, we understand. When we have to read, we understand. But when we have to speak, we feel like nothing is coming in our mind. And that's the challenge. When you take the challenge of speaking again and again, when you take the challenge of exposing yourself to the people, to the crowd, you will notice that now your confidence is increasing. And one day, you'll find yourself fully grown man with good confidence, ready to speak publicly. Next task is that you need to be skill oriented. Skill oriented means, as I told you in earlier, that merely English speaking is not enough. You have to speak with better fluency. Merely fluency is not important. You have to speak with clarity. Your pronunciation should be better. When you speak English, you have to make sure that your accent is also right. Suppose you speak English, but your accent is like Bhojpuri or like Punjabi or like Bihari. What will happen? You will not be impactful, because when you go to get better job, you need to speak better English with better accent and better pronunciation, because English is considered the language of corporate. And that's the reason that you have to work on fluency, on your pronunciation, on your clarity, and on your accent. So you can try different practices, like what I do, that I practice tongue twisters, because I feel that there are certain words, if I try to speak, I feel like my tongue is not supporting me. So when I practice tongue twisters, it strengthens my tongue. So this is the one practice that improves my skill of pronouncing any word with ease. Then I have to improve my accent. What I do to improve my accent, I do shadow training. Like I listen to the native speaker and I try to speak along. I can't tell you that I exactly speak like them, but yes, there is huge difference, like the way I was speaking earlier and the way I speak now. I find a big difference, and this difference was created because of shadow training practice. So in the same manner, you have to apply the practices, you have to make the practices so that you can improve your skill. And if you do it, I'm sure that you can improve your communication skill and you can become a confident English speaker. So I hope that the tips and ideas that I shared with you, you would like it. And if you like this video, then hit the subscribe button and share the video with your friends as well. That's all in this video. Thank you for staying with me. See you in the next video. Have a nice day.